Have you ever wondered which bills you're still responsible for after turning 65 and which ones you can finally stop paying? As retirement approaches, this question becomes more than just curiosity. It's about protecting your savings and securing your peace of mind. Many retirees find themselves paying for things they no longer need simply because no one told them otherwise. In this video, we'll uncover 5 common bills that can have a real impact on your financial security after 65. You'll learn exactly which ones remain your responsibility, which you can safely cross off your list, and how to make smart choices that keep your nest egg intact. Whether you're already retired or just planning ahead, these insights can help you stretch your income further and avoid unnecessary expenses. Far too often, people discover in their 70s or 80s that they've been paying for services or insurance they didn't actually owe. A few small adjustments now can make a big difference in your monthly budget and give you greater confidence about your financial future. Stick with me until the end because understanding these 5 key bills could save you thousands over time. If you want to protect your savings, reduce stress, and finally get clear on what you really owe after 65, you're in exactly the right place. Let's get started. Number 1. The shift in medical insurance costs. After you reach 65, one of the biggest changes you'll notice is how your medical insurance bills are handled. Most folks become eligible for Medicare at this stage, which can bring some much-needed relief, but it also brings its own set of questions and new responsibilities. You may have spent years paying premiums for private health insurance or employer-based coverage, and you might expect that Medicare will cover everything without another bill. The reality is more complicated, and it's important to know exactly what you are and are not responsible for so you don't end up with unexpected surprises. Medicare does take over as your primary insurer, often meaning you can stop paying those steep premiums for your old private insurance. For many, this is a welcome relief that puts money back in your pocket each month. However, Medicare comes with its own costs, including monthly premiums for Part B and often additional coverage for things like prescriptions or supplemental plans. It's easy to assume that because you're on Medicare, you won't owe anything for medical care. But most people still have to budget for premiums, deductibles, and co-pays. If you decide to add a Medigap policy or prescription drug coverage, those can add up, too. Some seniors mistakenly continue paying for old insurance plans even after Medicare kicks in simply because they're unsure of when and how coverage changes. This is where staying informed can protect your savings. Once you enroll in Medicare, check to see if you can cancel any private insurance policies that are no longer needed. If you have retiree coverage from a former employer, you'll want to understand exactly how that works with Medicare so you aren't double paying for the same benefits. For example, someone like Richard, age 70, had been paying for both his retiree health insurance and Medicare for years before realizing that one overlapped the other. After making a few calls and reviewing his options, he was able to drop the unnecessary policy and save a substantial amount each year. It's small decisions like these that can help you protect your budget. Medical insurance is one area where you're not off the hook entirely, but you do have an opportunity to be proactive. Review your policies. Get advice from someone you trust and make sure you're only paying for what you really need. Knowing your options can help you avoid unnecessary bills and hold on to more of your savings in the long run. Number 2. Property taxes and home ownership expenses. The responsibilities of owning a home don't simply disappear once you reach 65, but there are important ways your bills might change. Sometimes for the better if you know what to look for. Many folks who've spent years working hard to pay off a house dream of the day when they can finally live mortgage-free only to realize that property taxes, maintenance, and insurance costs still keep coming year after year. The good news is that there are programs and exemptions available for older homeowners. That can help lighten the load, but you need to know where to look and how to ask. Property taxes are a bill that surprises a lot of retirees. Even if you've paid off your home, you'll still owe property taxes. And in some states or counties, those rates can keep going up. What many people don't realize is that after 65, you may qualify for special tax exemptions or freezes designed to help seniors on a fixed income. Some areas offer discounts, while others allow you to defer a portion of your property tax until you sell your home. You won't automatically be enrolled in these programs. You have to apply. And every county has its own rules, but it's worth the effort if it means saving hundreds or even thousands of dollars each year. Then there's the cost of upkeep and insurance. Homeowners insurance typically remains your responsibility. But just like with taxes, some companies offer senior discounts or allow you to adjust coverage as your needs change. Maintenance costs, whether it's for the roof, furnace, or landscaping, continue to pop up. But keeping your house in good repair helps you avoid larger, more expensive problems down the road. Some folks find that downsizing to a smaller home or moving to a community with lower maintenance requirements can be a smart way to reduce these ongoing bills. Take the story of Evelyn, age 76, who lived in her family home for over 50 years. She discovered that by asking her county tax office about available senior exemptions and reviewing her insurance every few years, she could keep her expenses manageable and protect her hard-earned equity. A little curiosity and a willingness to make a phone call or two made a world of difference for her budget. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 3. The impact of utility and communication bills. One area where many people are caught off guard after 65 is with monthly utility and communication bills. Even as you scale back in other areas of spending, the basics, electricity, water, heating, and things like internet or phone can still make a big dent in your budget, especially if you're on a fixed income. The important thing to know is that you don't have to simply accept every charge as it comes. In many states and cities, utility companies and service providers have specific programs or discounts designed to help older adults manage these costs. Utility bills may seem straightforward, but rates can rise year after year. What a lot of seniors don't realize is that after 65, you might be eligible for rate reductions or even assistance programs, especially if your income is modest. Many power, gas, and water companies offer senior rates or allow for payment plans that help spread costs throughout the year. Sometimes a quick phone call to your provider is all it takes to see what's available. Some areas even have special grants during extreme weather months to make sure you don't have to choose between comfort and affordability. When it comes to communication, services like home, phone, mobile phone, and internet can also come with hidden savings. Many major providers have discounted plans for seniors, but you won't hear about them unless you ask directly. This can be particularly helpful if you no longer need a bundle of extra channels or services you once used when a household was busier. You might even find that switching plans, reducing certain features, or combining services saves you a good amount each month. There's also an opportunity here to look at the bigger picture of your spending. People like Margaret, age 80, often discover that they're still paying for landlines or cable packages they rarely use. When Margaret reviewed her monthly bills, she realized she could drop the extra services, switch to a more basic internet plan, and pocket the difference. These little adjustments can add up over time, leaving more money for things that matter. Energy efficiency is another way to control your utility bills. Simple changes like installing LED bulbs, sealing drafty windows, or setting your thermostat wisely can have a real effect, especially over the course of a year. Many communities offer free or low-cost energy audits for older adults, helping you find ways to keep your home comfortable without overspending. If you take a close look at your utility and communication bills, ask about available programs, and stay willing to make small changes, you'll likely find several ways to keep these costs manageable. This kind of practical attention to detail is a skill that helps protect your savings and supports your peace of mind for years to come. Number 4. The realities of credit and debt payments. One responsibility that follows many folks into retirement is the management of credit cards, loans, or other debts. After 65, it's tempting to believe that you can leave financial worries behind. But the reality is that outstanding debts can continue to influence your monthly budget and long-term financial well-being. What matters most is how you handle these obligations and what you can do to avoid letting them erode the savings you've worked so hard to build. Credit cards, for example, remain your responsibility until they're fully paid off. No matter your age, the interest can add up quickly if you're only making minimum payments, and balances left unpaid may grow into a real burden, especially for those living on fixed retirement income. Some people keep making payments out of habit, unsure if there's a better way to approach their debt in retirement. The same goes for personal loans, car payments, or lines of credit. These don't simply disappear when you retire. The good news is that you have options. Many financial institutions offer counseling services for seniors, helping you consolidate debts, negotiate lower rates, or develop a plan that fits your current situation. If you have federal student loans from earlier in life, certain types may even be forgiven or paused under specific hardship rules. In the case of medical debt, some hospitals or clinics will work with seniors to set up manageable payment plans. And in rare cases, debts can be reduced or written off depending on your circumstances. Some retirees worry that their family members will be on the hook for their debts after they're gone, but most debts are paid out of your estate, not passed directly to your children. There are exceptions, such as co-sign loans or joint accounts. So, it's wise to review your paperwork and talk with someone who can clarify your particular situation. Avoiding surprises is a big part of protecting your financial security. Take someone like Frank, aged 78, who realized he was still paying on 3 credit cards he no longer used. After speaking with a credit counselor, he combined his balances, negotiated a lower interest rate, and made a plan to pay off the debt within a year. That decision not only saved him money, but also brought peace of mind. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 5. The responsibility for certain insurance policies. As you age past 65, one area that often causes confusion is which insurance policies you are still required to pay and which ones you can reconsider or possibly eliminate altogether. Many people find themselves maintaining old policies out of habit, worry, or simply because nobody ever explained the difference between essential and unnecessary coverage in retirement. Understanding what you truly need can go a long way toward protecting your savings and ensuring that you are not spending more than you have to. Life insurance is a common example. If your children are grown, your mortgage is paid off, and your spouse is financially secure, the need for a large life insurance policy often diminishes after 65. Some folks keep paying premiums simply because it feels like the safe thing to do. But it's important to ask yourself who would actually need the benefit and whether your other assets and benefits would already provide enough for loved ones. In many cases, you can reduce coverage or cancel unnecessary policies, freeing up money for other priorities. Long-term care insurance is a different story. As you get older, the risk of needing some kind of long-term care, whether it's in-home help, assisted living, or a nursing facility, increases. If you already have a policy, review the terms to see what's covered and what isn't. If you're considering buying coverage after 65, know that the older you are, the higher the premiums. Some people find that self-funding through savings makes more sense, while others appreciate the peace of mind that comes from having a dedicated policy. Then there's auto insurance. If you're still driving, you're required by law to maintain coverage. But if you've given up your car, there's no need to keep paying those premiums. Some folks forget to cancel policies after they stop driving, continuing to send payments out of routine. Reviewing your auto policy or even shopping around for senior discounts can put money back into your budget. Homeowners or renters' insurance remains important to protect your belongings in your residence. However, you may qualify for discounts based on age, the length of time you've been claimed, or improvements you've made to your property. It's always worth calling your provider to ask what's available. Consider someone like Linda, age 79, who reviewed her insurance policies after a friend suggested it. She found that she no longer needed her old life insurance and was able to reduce her auto coverage after she stopped driving. Those adjustments saved her hundreds of dollars a year, money she could use for travel, hobbies, or simply to ease her mind. If you take the time to assess your insurance needs and understand your real obligations, you can avoid unnecessary expenses and keep your savings safe for what matters most in your retirement years. Final thoughts. As we bring this video to a close, take a moment to reflect on these 5 bills and what they mean for your financial well-being after 65. Which of these stood out to you as something you hadn't considered before? Do you feel more confident about which expenses you still need to cover and which ones you might be able to reduce or let go? Perhaps you realize that a simple phone call or a quick review of your monthly statements could help you protect your savings and bring more peace of mind to your retirement years. Every small adjustment, whether it's asking about senior discounts, reviewing old insurance policies, or exploring local tax breaks, can add up to big results over time. The goal isn't just to save a few dollars here and there, but to give yourself more freedom, security, and confidence as you enjoy your later years. Remember, you've worked hard for your savings, and you deserve to keep as much of it as possible. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.